Hello dearest friends, welcome back to my channel again. And the book hunt on the very last day of 2023. We're going to be going out in style because we're going to talk about all of the new releases in 2024 that I'm very excited about. I've been seeing so many end of the year content going up with specifically new releases in 2024, so I have quite the list. I've researched a little bit myself, but I've also seen a lot of these books going around on BookTube. Many booktubers are already excited for these as well. And I have to say, for some of them, I really have added them because they're by favorite authors of mine. I don't know much about the plot. For some of them, I do have a little bit of a backstory because for some of them, I've just heard a little bit about them, or I saw something in the synopsis that made them stand out to me. So I'm going to mention whatever I know of these books and what their release date is. But it's just going to be me listing off about 30-ish books that I'm really very excited about as new releases in the next year. Some of these I'm definitely picking up once they come out. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive in. The first one in January, actually January is a very funny month because there's going to be one of the biggest releases of the year by Sarah J. Maas. It's going to be the third book within her Crescent City series. And I know that everyone is really excited about that one, but I haven't read the series yet. I probably will this year though, because Storytel is coming out with the graphic audios, the dramatized adaptations, or is it like productions that they have. So I'm going to be picking those up once they release on Storytel. So I am very excited about that one. If I like the first book, I'm definitely going to be continuing on in the series. And then the only book that is coming out in January that I'm definitely picking up is by Emily Wibberly and Poston Sigmund Broca. They're a married couple, an author duo. They're coming out with the Breakup tour, which is, I believe, a second chance romance between a rock star who is a female, the female character, and someone from her past. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is, but the cover is kind of reminiscent of Taylor Swift. So I don't know if it's kind of inspired by her life or something. I don't know anything about this book besides that. But anyway, I'm definitely picking this up because I really love the roughest draft by this author duo. So I'm really hoping that this one is going to be another one that I'm going to enjoy by them. So we're moving on to February, where we've got the first book that I'm really excited about by Tia Williams. She wrote the book 7 Days in June, I believe 2 or 3 years ago. And I really love that book. I love that book so much. It was one of my favorites of 2022, I believe, or 2021. I don't remember anymore. And I'm really looking forward to a new release by this author. The book is called A Love Song for Ricki Wild, and I know nothing about it. I don't want to know anything about it. I'm picking it up once it releases, and I really hope that I love it as much as 7 Days in June. And then the first release by Ali Hazelwood is coming up, which is a paranormal book called Bride. It gives such amazing vibes when you look at the cover, and also the fact that she has not written something similar to this in the past. I'm really very excited for it. So I really am looking forward to this one. And then this year, in 2023, I read a couple of books by Tarah and I really loved them. 3 books, actually 4 books if I'm not mistaken, by Tarah, and I really loved them. So I definitely am looking forward to reading something new by this author. The book is called Ready or Not, and I really hope that it's going to be uploaded in Audible like her other books, because her productions are really, really great. So I'm very much looking forward to this one. And then another release that is coming out on February 13th is Hannah Tate Beyond Repair. This is actually a debut novel by Laura Piper Lee. This book is a single mom, small town neighbor romance where, if I'm not mistaken, what really caught my eye is that this woman just gave birth. She is in a relationship, and while she expects that her partner will propose to her, he actually breaks it off with her. So she's in a really bad place. She's just recently become a mom and now also a single mom, and she moves back with her parents, where she gets involved with her neighbor. This sounds so good. I love single mom romances, single parent romances in general. So this one I definitely want to check out around Valentine's Day. And then on Valentine's Day itself, Kayla Gross, the author of Trick Shot, the holiday themed novella that I read just recently that I really loved, is coming out with another novella that is focusing on Valentine's Day and actually on the twin brother from the first book. We're getting his book as well, and I'm really excited for it. The book is called Pakshay, and it's a hockey romance as well because the hero within this one is a hockey player. I'm very much looking forward to this one. It's going to be a very steamy good time if you ask me, so I'm picking this one up for sure. And then my most anticipated release, I believe, of the year is on the 5th of March, just one day prior to my son's birthday. And that is a book by Kennedy Ryan, possibly my all-time favorite author of all time. And the book is called This Could Be Us. It's the follow-up to Before I Let Go. It's a standalone sequel within the same world as Before I Let Go. And it's going to be Soledad's story. She is one of the friends of Yasmin's from the first book. And I'm very much looking forward to it. I think that everything that Kennedy Ryan crafts and touches is gold, so I think this is going to be possibly my favorite book of the year. At least I feel it in my bones, so let's hope that I'm right. And then another book by another favorite author of mine that I definitely am picking up on release day is Abby Jimenez's Just for the Summer. This book, I think, again, because I really loved Part of Your World as well as yours truly, is going to be another favorite for 2024. I'm just very much looking forward to it and I can't wait to pick it up. I don't want to know too much about it. I just know it's coming out on the 2nd of April. And that is about it. That is about it. I do have a lot of books that are coming out in April. I'm not mentioning all of the dates because the dates could be fluctuating. I do know generally they're coming out around this date. I'm going to mention for a few of them when, but otherwise you can look it up in Goodreads as well. Another book that is coming out on the 2nd of April is by Sarah Adams called The Rule Book. So I've had a bit of a hit and miss kind of a relationship with Sarah Adams because I really love the cheat sheet. I did love the book that I just read. I liked it, at least. Not When in Rome, but the other one, the second one, which is within that series that was nominated for the Goodreads Choice Awards. I read that one. It was cute. I liked it, but it wasn't anything to really write home about. So I'm curious about this one. It does have a gorgeous cover again, so you never know. It may be a hit for me. And then the conclusion to the Bergman Brothers series by Chloe Liese is coming out this year. It's going to be Vigo's book and it's called Only and Forever. And it's scheduled to come out on the 9th of April, one day after my partner's birthday. So again, I have something to look forward to besides those amazing birthdays that I'm looking forward to. I definitely am very curious about Vigo's book because he's a romantic at heart, if you ask me. So I'm very, very, very excited for this one. And then another one that I'm really excited about is Elsie Silver's new release. It's going to be another, I believe, small town romance, but within another small town, so not Chestnut Springs, but somewhere else. The book is called Wild Love. We do have a cover for it already, and the release date is also on the 9th of April. So I am curious, and I hope that I love it as much as the books in the Chestnut Springs series that I've loved. And then we've got, I think this one is another debut novel. I'm not 100% certain, but I am fairly certain that it is. The book is called When I Think of You by Maya Ariel. And it's a second chance Black romance that is taking place during a reunion. I'm curious about this one. I love such premises with a reunion involved. It's coming out on April 16th. And then another book that I'm dying to pick up because I love Mia Sheridan, I love Archer's Voice, and I really liked Travis, which is the follow-up within the Archer's Voice world standalone book. And there is another one that is coming out that is within the same world where Travis takes place. It's called Falling for Gage, and it's coming out on April 23rd, so I'm very much excited for that one. So another April release is Emily Henry's Funny Story. We all know that Emily Henry has hype behind her books whenever they come out. She comes out with one each year as of the last couple of years. And Funny Story is one that I'm definitely picking up, especially because I really loved Happy Place. I know not everyone loved that one, but I did, so I'm very excited about this one as well. Honestly, the next book I'm picking up because of the cover. The cover is very reminiscent for me to the characters within Stranger Things. So I don't know, it just does something for me, that cover. The book is called Truly Madly Deeply by Alexandra Belfleur, and it's coming out on the 30th of April. What I wrote down, that it's between a romance novelist and a divorce lawyer who do a podcast together about dating advice. So I'm sensing here probably a reluctant hero who is not very much a believer in love, and then a true romantic who is kind of convincing him to take a dive into love. I don't know, it just sounds like something like that, and I'm really here for it. I am here for it. I love such a premise, so I'm definitely picking this one up, and I think it's going to come out in audio and Storytel exactly on release date, so I'm definitely picking this book up. So the author duo Christina Lauren is actually going to have 2 releases in 2024. The first one being The Paradise Problem. That one is coming out, I believe, on May 14th. And I know nothing about it, but I have loved the latest releases by Christina Lauren, so I definitely want to pick it up. And then another author that I really liked reading books from this year is Tarah Dewitt, and she's coming out with a new book that is called Savor. It's coming out in May as well, on May 21st, so this one is an interesting one to look forward to as well. And then we're getting Henry's story. The book is called Daydream by Hannah Grace. This is within the icebreaker world. I have to say that Wildfire was not my favorite, and I've honestly been looking forward to Henry's story, so I really am looking forward to this release the most at the moment out of her books. The book is coming out the beginning of June, and I don't want to know who his romance is with. I want to be surprised. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this one. It's going to be another hockey romance, obviously, and yeah, we'll wait out and see. An author that I discovered this year, obviously she has blown up so much because of the Goodreads Choice Awards in the previous 2 years, but I just recently read the 2 books that are very popular by this author, is Catherine Center. She's coming out with a new book called The Rom-Commers, and it's coming out on June 11th. It's going to be a screenwriter who gets her big chance to write a romantic comedy with her idol, but it's kind of a situation where, you know how you get the advice, don't meet your idols because you're gonna get disappointed. It's going to be something like that. So it's going to be a very grumpy hero, I think, and a sunshiny heroine. I'm not sure, but it sounds like that, and I really am loving the premise for this. So I'm very much curious about this one. Next up is another release by Hazelwood. It's called Not in Love, and it's coming out on the 11th of June. And I'm not sure what it is about. I am going to be picking it up because Hazelwood is an auto-buy author for me right now, and I'm looking forward to it as well. One of my most anticipated releases is going to come out in June, and that is the 4th book within the Windy City series by Liz Stamford. I've been talking about Liz Stamford so much this year because I've loved all 3 books within the Windy City series, most of all The Right Move as well as Caught Up. And we're getting the 4th book, which is called Play Along. It's coming out on the 11th of June, and it's going to be Isaiah's story. Isaiah is the brother of the hero in book 3, Caught Up, and he's going to have a married in Vegas situation with, I think it's like the physical therapist or the, I don't know, the conditioning trainer within their baseball team. So I'm very much looking forward to this book. It's coming out on the 11th of June, and I'm here for it. I'm going to be picking it up once it releases. And then another book that I'm really excited for in June is going to be Sierra Simone's Honeycut. This is going to be the 2nd full-length novel within the Lioness series. I read the novella, which is Salt Wound, and then we've got the full-length novel, the first book, Salt Kiss, I think, and then we've got Honeycut, which is going to continue the Lioness series. That is kind of a menage situation between a guy who owns a sex club, his bodyguard, and his betrothed wife. So it's an interesting situation, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Now, the next one is also releasing in June, and it's the second book by Christina Lauren that is a reimagining of the story Tangled. It's going to be called Tangled Up in You. I love Tangled. I love the story. I love the movie, and I'm very much looking forward to a book that is a retelling of that story. I hope they do it justice and that I'm going to love it as much as I love the movie and the book as well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this one as well. Next up, we've got two releases by two authors that ended up on my top reads of the year of this year. So it's no surprise that I'm looking forward to the new releases by these authors in the new year. The first one is by Ashley Poston. It's called A Novel Love Story. It's coming out on June 25th, and I don't want to know anything about it. I really love the 7 Year Slip, and actually the previous year I also read The Dead Romantics by this author, and I really loved it as well. So I'm kind of hoping that it's going to be 3 for 3 with this one. And then the second book is by Julie Soto. Forget Me Not was one of my favorite reads of this year, and I'm looking forward to another story by this author. It's going to be called Not Another Love Song. There is no blurb for it yet, no cover for it yet, but I'm very much going to be picking this up regardless because I really fell in love with Julie Soto's writing, so I have high hopes for this one as well. Now, the next book is an interesting one. I have yet to read the book by Jessica Joyce. What was it called? I have it here somewhere. You With a View. I still have to read that, but I already have placed her new release in my anticipated releases of the year because, first of all, the cover for that book is really gorgeous. It's called The Ex-Vows. And second of all, it features my all-time favorite trope, which is second chance romance together with a wedding setting. Very much reminiscent of Julie Soto's book, so I'm really hoping that this one is going to be another hit for me. So this one comes out on July 16th, and I'm very, very much looking forward to it. And then another July release on the same date, actually. Is it the same date? No, it's another date. It's on July 30th. Is Five Brothers by Penelope Douglas. This, I've heard, is going to be a similar premise to her book. What was it called? Credence. So we're going to have multiple male characters vying for the attention of one female character. And it's also, I think, a spin-off of Tryst 6 Venom. I haven't read that book because I have heard mixed reviews about it, and I'm not sure I want to pick it up because it's a severe bully romance. So I don't know whether I'm going to read Tryst 6 Venom, but I may pick this one up because it sounds like it's going to be similar to Credence, but maybe better. So you never know. I'm going to wait out and see and try to pick it up. And then another book that is a debut by Mallory Marlowe is Love and Other Conspiracies. I don't know where I saw this book, honestly. I think I was browsing through new releases on Goodreads, and this one really stood out to me. Let me read out what I read about it that really made me want to pick it up. It said something like, the hardest thing for a paranormal conspiracy theorist and a web series producer to believe is finding love in this swoony debut novel, which is a romantic comedy as well. It sounds interesting to me. I don't know, something grabbed my attention when I was browsing through these new releases, and yeah, I'm looking forward to discovering new books by new authors, especially when there are debut authors, so that I can support them in any way that I can. So this one comes out on the 20th of August, so I'm going to be on the lookout for that one. Now, the last two books I'm going to mention actually don't have a release date yet, but I'm very much hopeful that at least one of them is going to come out in 2024. And that one is What's Left of Us by Lucia Franco. It's going to be a spin-off series that is within the Off Balance world. It's going to focus on Ria's brother and best friend. We already saw within the Off Balance series that there is a heavy history between those two, and we've been looking forward to getting their story. And it was actually, I think, supposed to come out this year, but it got pushed back, so I'm kind of hopeful that it's going to come out this year. And yeah, just fingers crossed. I know that Lucy has been working on it because she's been updating everyone through her Instagram stories, but yeah, we'll just wait out and see. And then the last book is, I know everyone is saying that they wish that Rebecca Yarros is going to kind of take her time with writing the third book within the Empyrean series. And there has been rumors that it's possibly going to come out at the end of 2024 in December. But honestly, I don't know. I think I agree that maybe she should take her time, but at the same time, we at the moment don't really know how many books this is going to be, and if it's going to get split up into 2 or 3 more books, then I have a suspicion that it may actually come out this year, because then it wouldn't be a very long book. But it really also depends whether she has started it yet or not. I don't know. I think, I mean, she knows what she's doing. I hope that she goes on with the series in the best possible way so that it still is relevant and still is addictive, as everyone has loved to pick up these books. But yeah, we'll just have to wait out and see. Possibly it will come out at the end of 2024 or beginning of 2025. We'll wait out and see. These were all the books that I'm really excited about that are going to be releasing in 2024. This is the kind of list that is only interesting, books that are interesting for me to pick up, but please let me know if I've missed any of the books that you're excited about, because I just may have not come across them yet, and I maybe need to add them to my TBR as well. But also, a lot of independently published books are going to pop up once the year starts rolling around, and then I'm going to be adding more books to my TBR once they have more information about them. So this is definitely not a conclusive list. It's going to be expanded sometime throughout 2024. And now's the time to wish you all a happy turn of the old year into the new year. I hope you have a splendid time. I hope you're with close ones, with friends, and enjoying good champagne and good food and good company, and that you're making a lot of New Year's resolutions that you're going to stick to, that you're going to travel and have amazing plans for the new year, and just have the new me, new year thing going on that is going to get you motivated to do a lot of great grand things. I definitely have my plans for the new year, and I'm really hoping that it's going to be the best one yet. And I'm going to see you in the new year with a lot of new content. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Have a happy new year. Be healthy, be safe, be loved, and see you soon.